Imagine a world where emotions spread just like viruses, not figuratively, literally, where a burst of joy or a spark of anger could jump from one person to another with the same ease as a sneeze in a crowded room. You walk into a coffee shop, and a stranger's frustration at their morning commute seeps into your mind before you've even ordered. You smile politely, but inside, that irritation has rooted itself, and now you're passing it on to the barista, who passes it to the next customer, and so on. At first, this strange phenomenon feels almost magical. Happiness parties break out in city squares when a single person's laughter infects the crowd. Couples walk hand in hand, their affection radiating like sunlight to everyone they pass. Depression rates plummet. Therapists report clients arriving already halfway cured simply because their best friend came to the session in a great mood. But it doesn't take long for the darker side to emerge. When fear spreads like a cough, panic spirals in minutes. One startled scream on a subway platform can turn into a stampede. Anger sweeps through crowds like wildfire. Protests, once peaceful, now explode into violence with just one spark. Entire towns become trapped in cycles of sorrow when a single grieving heart sets off a chain reaction that no one can stop. Governments scramble to control it. Emotional quarantines are set up, places where people infected with dangerous emotions are kept away until their mood changes. Schools teach children emotional hygiene, warning them to avoid public gatherings if they feel something intense. There's talk of emotional masks, technology that can block the transmission of feelings through subtle facial cues and body language. But human beings are emotional creatures by design. Trying to contain emotions is like trying to hold back the tide with your hands. And soon, new black markets emerge, traders who deal in pure, distilled feelings. Want to feel the rush of falling in love without the messy relationship? There's a vial for that. Need courage for a big speech? You can buy it. Want to infect an enemy with guilt, despair, or overwhelming shame? That too becomes a weapon. The ethics of it tear society apart. Is it right to share your joy knowing it will lift someone else up, or wrong to impose a feeling on them without consent? Is love real if it was caught like a cold? Is anger justified if you didn't start it, but it still burns in your veins? Some retreat from the world entirely, living in isolation to protect themselves from the emotional storm outside. Others dive headfirst into it, seeking every possible connection, riding waves of passion and fear like thrill seekers on a roller coaster. And somewhere in between are those who try to master it, learning to control their own emotions so precisely they can become emotional architects, building worlds of peace or chaos with a single well-placed smile or frown. In this world, wars aren't fought with guns, but with carefully cultivated feelings. Leaders infect their nations with pride and unity before sending them into battle. Revolutions start not with ideas, but with an irresistible wave of outrage. Religion shifts too. Places of worship become emotional epicenters, where people gather to be filled with awe, love, or hope all at once. And maybe, just maybe, the most dangerous emotion of all is hope. Because when hope spreads, people stop accepting the world as it is and start believing it could be something better. And when that belief infects enough people, nothing can stop them. So, if emotions were contagious like a virus, would you protect yourself from them or let them in?